Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back for day 3 of the Madrid Open Virtual Pro. Myself, Brandon Smith, and Lorenzo Trophy will be taking you through all of the action today. We're back for day 3 of our 4-day tournament. Lorenzo, we had the day off yesterday after commentating day 1 of the tournament, but yesterday was kind of similar in terms of it was a round-robin day. We had all our group play yesterday and on day 1. But today should be interesting because we are going into the knockout stages, aren't we?
Yeah, yesterday was still the second day, the round-robin day, so we still had to see who would have been today playing the quarterfinals in the ATP and WTA draw. And I believe we also have a pretty full day full of charity matches. So we will have got plenty of matches to be played today, and I'm pretty excited to comment them alongside with you.
Yeah, me too. I really can't wait for this. We had so much fun on day 1. Day 2, we enjoyed from the comfort of a sofa for a good 8 hours or so. And of course, if you don't know who Lorenzo Trophy is, a professional tennis esports player, a 2-time Italian champion. And Lorenzo, from what we've seen so far, is anybody coming after your job yet or not?
Well, we still don't know. I've seen some pretty good action in the WTA side, and also some, like maybe Murray is very good, I think, on the ATP side. But we still got a full day, and maybe today we will have some surprises, some close matches in the quarterfinals. It will be so interesting to be here and be commentating those matches.
Yeah, it should be indeed. If you don't know how the bracket is looking, let's have a look at the ATP bracket. If you didn't know, back on Monday, we had 16 ATP and 16 WTA professional tennis players. Not playing, of course, on the real court, playing on the virtual court, on the Game of Tennis World Tour. If you haven't got it yet, get on it, buy it. It's on the sale at the moment, I believe, on the PlayStation Store. We've been playing plenty of it, me and Lorenzo, over the last few days. And this is how the bracket is looking. So just to give you an update, after the round-robin situation, this is how we find ourselves in top 2 from Group 1, 2, 3, and 4 went into the quarterfinals. And that is what we're going to be showing you today. Just quarterfinal matches. As you said, we've got Andy Murray up against Alexander Zverev. We've got Diego Schwartzman up against Fabio Fognini. We have Stefanos Tsitsipas of Greece. We have David Ferrer of Spain. Of course, David Goffin. And we cannot forget Benoit Paire to wrap up that quarter-final bracket there. Lorenzo, what's your thoughts on that? The only player that has gone flawless in the groups was Tsitsipas. He won 3 out of 3 games, and he did not drop a single game.
Yeah, well, I was pretty surprised the first day when I saw him first playing. But, after the first match, I thought that it would have gone flawless through all the group. He has a 100% win rate of games, so that is pretty impressive. And he is one of my favorites to win the competition overall. I would say that him and Murray are the ones I'm most looking forward to see today. And of all the other matches we've got, Schwartzman, I think he will step up against Fognini. I believe he's a little bit has got that advantage, and then we've got a complete match full of surprise that can be Goffin against Paire. I don't really know what to think about that match. Paire actually eliminated Nadal yesterday, so we still have to see how he behaves. So a lot of surprises today, I believe.
Yeah, hopefully that will live up to the hype for myself and Lorenzo. We will be joined by a handful of guests as well over the next few hours. If you have just joined, welcome to the Madrid Open Virtual Pro. Day 3 of the tournament we are on at the moment. This is a charity tournament as well. And if you didn't know how this is working, every single game that a tennis pro will win, they will pick up some really important money for a charity fund that has been set up by the ATP and the WTA federations to support those players that are outside the top 100 rankings. But before we do introduce our guests, let's have a look at the WTA bracket and how that is looking, Lorenzo. We've introduced the WTP bracket. WTP, of course, of that one there, the ATP, I should say. I'm getting all my W's mixed up here. That was the ATP we saw. This is the WTA. And talk to me through this bracket, Lorenzo, because I love to say it and I'm excited to say it. the most convincing female tennis player we have seen is Kiki Bertens. We'll talk to you about that in a second because we've just heard that our first game has kicked off. And here it is. Alexander Zverev, 2018 Madrid Open champion, up against Andy Murray, a two-time Madrid Open champion. The difference is today we will be playing all our games at one set of 6 games. The first to win 6 games with a two games difference. And if we do find ourselves at a 6-6 overall, it will be a tie-breaker. Lorenzo, a little bit different to what we've seen in the round-robin format, but Andy Murray, a player that has provided so much entertainment for us.
Yeah, surely. Let's just see the match. I believe this will be entertaining also because we've got a face cams and we've got a voice of the player. So let's just, let the court talk, I believe.
I believe we do have a guest on the line. Alex Corretja will join us once again for the 3rd time in a row. Alex, are you there? Maybe not.
This button's not working.
Alexander Zverev saying a few controller issues, but Andy Murray does lead by game to 0. Strong start from the British ATP pro. Andy Murray yet to drop a point. There is that point. Alexander Zverev with a very strong serve and a clear ace. 30-15. Murray does lead. Fantastic. Backhand from Andy Murray. Great point to go. 2 games up.
What? This fucking shit is not working. This is insane. Why did you connect this one?
Andy Murray, 2 games up in this one. This is a quarter-final, as we mentioned. And one thing we've seen from him, Lorenzo, it's just pure emotion. He's making the grunts now like he's in Madrid on the real clay courts. Unfortunately, we aren't this year, but instead we are doing the best we can from the safety of our own homes.
So concentrated. He's got that breakup right now. Just see if it works throughout the match.
Yeah, fucking shit.
Alexander just suffering a little bit here. You know, in the world of tennis, Andy Murray has always been known as a key gamer.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Oh, change of controller. Oh, we've lost him. Hope to get him back right. He's on a different controller now, Alexander. Is this going to change his luck, maybe?
Maybe it's not the controller, I believe. Let's just see.
For sure, Andy likes this more than game.
I think it's how good Andy Murray's been. He's been consistent. Using the full length of his core. Look at the position of Andy as well. Every single time he's just in the centre, Lorenzo, and I feel like he's getting such a game from it.
I'm Usain Bolt in this game, man. I cannot hit one winner, but I'm Usain Bolt.
Yeah, Andy is just so good, you know, on the movement side.
You heard Alexander Say then, I might be like Usain Bolt running around the track, but I can't win a point. He hasn't won a point yet. Andy Murray does lead by 3-0, and I believe we do have Alex Correggia on the line with us. Now, Alex, are you there?
Yeah, I'm not winning points, so what am I going to do?
He's not listening to us, apparently. He is here, though. We'll get him after this game, if not. He's provided so much insight. Of course, Alex Correggia, former tennis pro, was the coach of Andy Murray as well. And I was going to make the running joke that every single time that Alex is on the show, this will be the 3rd day in a row, Andy Murray seems to win tennis matches. So Alex is there in spirit for him. Fantastic return from Murray. A chance to go 4 games to the good here. Has not put one step wrong.
Yeah. Are you gonna like at least let me win a game or not?
Alexander crying out for some sort of 3-win. Does get an ace from that serve. You know, in deuce as well. Is this some sort of comeback from the German and the 2018 Madrid Open winner?
I don't know, I don't think so. Andy is just superior in everything right now, as of now. Just moves so much better.
But I'm pressing the button.
Murray with the advantage, and just one shot away from leading this game by 4-0. Lovely little slice around the corner. Fantastic shot down the line. Murray able to use that backhand time and time again. It'll go 4-0.
Yeah, I told you. All-around play is better than Zverev right now. He's just doing what he wants in the court.
What the hell? Why is it your point? Why is that your point?
You know, you've been in positions like this maybe once in your career, Lorenzo, of course playing in tennis esports. When you're 4-0 down in a 1-set game, how hard is it to get yourself back into it mentally as well?
Yeah, I believe too much. In those situations, you just want to focus up and see if there is any light, you know, to last stop. But I believe Zverev can't really take that today. He'll just lose probably.
Yeah, speaking about hope, unfortunately we can't see too much of it. Andy Murray has been superb. Love 15 to Murray. 5 games to the good. If he does win this, he will be the first player into the last 4. And he will pick up another €7,500 towards that charity fund. That being the amount that all these quarterfinals are offering to our ATP and WTA pros.
Mate, relax, you're up 5-0.
You can just see how competitive Andy is, even if he's losing one single shot. Bear in mind, he's not dropped a game yet.
Yeah, he's so good in the game, he's so competitive, you can see it. Not leaving a single point to Alex.
Connection is horrendous today.
It's like he's on the courts in Madrid. Doing our best to recreate that same atmosphere from the comfort of your own home. All about. Fantastic serve from Alexander. Should be in a good position to take his first point in this game. No, he won't, though. We're going to deuce. 40 all. Advantage to the German. Yet to win a single game. And his fortunes change.
Did you let that bounce like 4 times? What the hell is this?
Andy Murray not giving up. Still, just to get that low, and there's a game. For Alexander, his first game back in it. Lorenzo, still too high of a mountain to climb, do you think, at this period?
I think so. And also, Alex has not got that mindset, I believe, not in the game at least. I think Murray can take it. Those perfect shots.
It's another perfect. Oh, nearly was. I thought for a second that was going to be another ace. From Murray. Leads by 30 love. Two perfect shots away from seeing out this game. There's one of them. And Andy Murray to take the match. And to move on into the final 4. Here at the Muta Madrid Open Virtual Pro. There it is.
Bullshit.
And Andy Murray will progress through to the final 4.
Man. You deserve to win.
There we go, Lorenzo. Andy Murray, our first name into the semi-final stages. As I mentioned, this being a charity tournament, there's implication, there's prize funds on every single game that has been won. It was €2,500 per each win in the round robin. Andy Murray won 3 of his games, so that was €7,500 he's already raised towards that fund, of course, where this money is going to be donated to. And he's just won again in very comfortable fashion, 6 games to 1 against Alexander Zverev, a player that has won the Madrid Open in 2018. But the 2-time Madrid Open winner, Andy Murray, will progress into the final 4. And quite an impressive game.
Yeah, an impressive game. This reminded me of 2016 Murray Zverev game in Australian Open. Scoreline was very, very similar. So we saw pretty much similar result overall. And I told you that Murray was going to win it. And here we go with the interview to Andy.
I know it looks that way, but I'm just much better than the other guys. That's the reality. That's the reality.
Okay, I agree.
When things look, too easy, people like to make like conspiracies, but this is just the reality, unfortunately. Yeah.
Well, I agree with you 100%, but I was just trying to tell them that you are much better than the rest of the guys, but it's tough to believe sometimes.
Yeah, I know. But I think he was trying hard though, Zverev. He was, I couldn't hear him when we were playing, but a few of my friends messaged me and said that he was getting a bit annoyed with Marcelo Melo, who was there with him. Apparently he connected the wrong controller.
He swapped the controller in middle of the game.
Yeah, everyone's sort of telling me like, yesterday or when I played Rafa, he was saying that I've been practicing so much, and today the controller was wrong with Zverev. It's like, everyone's got their excuses, but the reason is just I'm just better than them, unfortunately.
Of course, I agree with you, man.
Because the
I mean,
controller, did the controller make any difference when he changed the controller?
not at all. Well, the difference
No.
is basically he was able to win one game, but
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
he was lucky.
I
He
don't
was
think
lucky
those
to
two-
win that game. He was lucky he got that game.
I know. You should have won a game also.
We were making the comparison to when you change the racket in the middle of the game. That he was changing the controller. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, different tension. Different
Yeah.
tension. Yeah.
Feli was telling me that it's not the racket. It's it's yourself. Maybe the controller was
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, the controller, it really doesn't matter. I can play with a different controller tomorrow, and we can see what happens. I'm happy to
Yes,
whatever
please,
you guys want. I'll play with something different.
please do it.
You know. Okay.
So you can prove, like
Yeah.
one seconds player.
Who's next? Who have I got next? Who's the next victim?
You will get or Fabio Fognini or Schwartzman.
Okay. And I played Schwartzman a few days ago, and he was.
So
But I think he's been practicing.
yeah, I saw the match against David, the opening match of the tournament.
Yeah.
They played each other, and for me, he looks a decent player, but maybe we're talking about something different.
Yeah,
You are-
there's levels. There's
There's
like
levels.
like the top 10, and then like challenger level.
Yeah,
maybe
looks-
for these guys.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I want to make you off-topic question, Andy.
Yes.
Do you like other games, or just you're playing this tournament because there's the Moto Madrid Open and this kind of initiative, or do you like other games? You play other games?
No, I mean I used to play a lot of PlayStation. I used to travel with one when I was younger, but I only really played Pro Evolution Soccer. That was the
Okay.
only game that I really played with my friends, and then I played like GoldenEye, like a James Bond
Yeah.
game, as well when I was younger. But that was kind of it. I didn't play many of the tennis games. But yeah, the last few years since I had kids, I honestly, until I got the message asking if I would play in this, I hadn't played for quite a few years. So I'm happy that I haven't lost it. I haven't lost the feel in the hands.
Yeah, you got the move. You got the move.
Yeah, I still got it.
Nice. So we'll see you on the next round. We'll see if you face Schwartzman or Fognini. So we'll see you later.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
Andy.
right. Thanks,
Bye,
Feli.
Andy.
Feli, good to see you.
Exhibition.
Thanks for fixing the game up for me and everything, so that I win. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, we are good friends. This is what I have.
I know. Thanks. I appreciate it. See you later.